In recent years, I've chosen some background music for my year-end slideshows that have leaned toward the sentimental and maybe even the melodramatic. But not this year. 2014 was a good one, so I'm keeping it upbeat with the piece by none other than our KU football beat writer and KUSports.com editor Matt Tate and his father Ray Tate. You may know them as the Tate Boys.
Year after year, I feel increasingly more fortunate for the wealth of vibrant people and events that I'm able to happen upon while working as a photojournalist.
This year, I was able to witness as history was made when the door was opened for same-sex marriages in parts of Kansas. I also saw a hotly contested gubernatorial race come to a head and the emotions that followed. Earlier in the year, I met with World War II veteran Eugene Scott, who was wounded during the D-Day invasion. Scott, who was under the care of his wife Bonnie, finally received his war medals at the age of 93, long after his military records were destroyed in an Army facility fire. Mr. Scott passed away just days after the story was published. This year, leading up to the 4th of July, I simply asked various people about what it means to be a patriot. Opinions were many and varied across the board, as you would imagine and expect. However, one unanimous sense that I got from all involved was that they cared deeply about other Americans and had concerns for their country. In the spring, I caught up with 8 and 9-year-old sisters Lucy and Serenity Hardy, who have been training at the Haskell Boxing Club for about 3 years now. At 56 pounds each, the two are the featherweights of the gym, as most of the others who train are either college students or adults. Although they have not yet had a fight, in large part because they are so small, the two continue to show up 3 times a week to work with their trainers who have developed special bonds with the girls. KU football was, well, what most people have come to expect from KU football. But this year became a little more interesting, at least on the sidelines, when defensive coordinator Clint Bowen took over as interim head coach after the firing of Charlie Weiss. The change in play and overall attitude of the team improved from the get-go. Despite getting a win against Iowa State in a near monumental upset that came just short against TCU, it wasn't enough to land Bowen the job. However, the remainder of the season grew with interest with him at the wheel. It goes without saying every year that basketball is always interesting, and the talent that rolls through the field house is exceptional. Still, however, even if you stack up last year's players Andrew Wiggins, Joel Embiid, and Tarek Black, along with this year's standouts that include Perry Ellis and Wayne Selden, I still stand by my statement in last year's Photos of the Year blog in which I anointed Frank Mason as the best player to photograph, simply because he is the most likely to do something Magic Johnson-esque. And now, in the interest of paying homage to a certain style of play, I'm going to let the Tate Boys take me home with something Bob Dylan-esque. To each of you, I wish a very happy and safe New Year.